We can always see Chinese people competing in the Olympics and winning golden medals. Actually, China always ranking one of the top three countries in the Olympics. So why China is always competing in the Olympics, but in the World Cup we can see China competing only once in the history? And that happened in 2002. To answer that question, let's discuss the factors that make a country better at playing some certain sport than other countries. Experts say that there's three factors that make a country better at certain sport than other countries. And the first factor is having a great population. When you have a great population, it gives you a better chance to have talented players, to have talented sportsmen. And that's what happened with Egypt. Egypt have Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah is one of the best football players in the world, playing in the Premier League, and he is one of the top 5 players now. And he was nominated several times for the Golden Ball by France Football. Because Egypt has 100 million people, or more than that, it gave Egypt the ability to produce a superstar, but it did not give her the ability to play in the World Cup also. So having a great population is only one factor. And by saying that, let's move to the next factor. The second factor is having a great infrastructure for training. And the best example to give in that certain factor is Germany. Germany has a law that makes every team in the Bundesliga to have an academy for youth. So that's why they are always producing talented players. Even though they don't have a large population compared to Egypt or China or India. But having those training facilities, having those academies, gives every young player a chance to develop. So that's why we can't always remember a great player playing in the national German team, but they are always there in the World Cup. Actually, they have won 4 World Cups, they have been 4 times the runners-up, and they have been 4 times in 3rd place through history. So they are always competing for the World Cup. So does China has those training facilities? No, they don't. So that's the first answer. Let's move to the third and final factor. A national passion for the sport. And the best example to give in that is Brazil. Brazilians live in football. Their souls are connected to football. Actually, Brazil players start to play at the age of 3 or 4 years. That's how big football is in Brazil. And that's why Brazil is the most prolific country in terms of talented players. And also Brazil has the academies, has the training facilities. But for me, that didn't answer the question clearly. Because there's many factors that make a country better at football than other countries. But as we are talking about China, do Chinese people have the passion for football? Chinese people love to play table tennis more than football. Because table tennis is considered as the national sport. But lately China started a project to become a football superpower in 2050. So that's 28 years from now. And this project is so huge, they are going to build training facilities, great infrastructure for sports, especially football, because they are aiming to win the World Cup. So 28 years from now, maybe we can see China becoming a really great superpower in football. But to achieve that target, China has to beat many challenges. And to explain those challenges, let me just tell you a story. Let's predict, or let's say that there's a child now in China who has the talent of Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. So he's talented, he has the physical abilities. This child has to convince his parents to play football because, as I said, people in China love table tennis more than football. So as a kid, he has to play football at the young age to become a legend. But let's say that his parents love football. The next challenge will be moving from being away from the training facility to become more closer to the training facility, because this kid has to go to the training facility daily. But I'm going to say that he is lucky because we have 2 billion people in China. So one of them was able to be in a place next to the training facility. Now he has to train every day and play in a good league. But the Chinese Super League is not so powerful to make this player so talented, so great, compete internationally. So this player has to move to Europe because Europe has all the specialists in the development of players. So a player can be much more better in Europe than in China. So those players have to move from the Chinese Super League to the English Premier League or Bundesliga or La Liga in Spain. And that would be hard because players are moving from the Premier League to the Chinese Super League because of the money. Let's say that this player reached a high level in the Super League. His team will not make him move to European League because he will get much more money in China. So probably he will not move to Europe. Those players will be limited to play in China. They will get the same amount of money. That's why they will not move to Europe. And when you play only in China against Chinese players, he will never be better. So that's why there's many challenges, many obstacles in the way. So for me, I can't say that China will win the World Cup even in the next 50 years because they have to beat those challenges first. That's all I was going to say today. I hope that you liked this video and I hope to see you in the next videos. So please subscribe to this channel and put a like on this video. Thank you very much.